Ladies and gentlemen, Gungans and droids, we got a brand new game mode for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes confirmed. Welcome aboard the biggest and deadliest Star Destroyer, and we got news in the video gaming division that we got to talk about in regards to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Just moments ago, we dominated in Grand Arena, and during that Grand Arena stream, we got news of a road ahead blog post. Ain't that right, Larry? And let me just say this. I am cautiously optimistic about this game mode here, but while we were reading this on stream and kind of digesting this news before getting our video out, I kind of read some of the posts, immediate feedback that I saw from chat, and that's why overall I'm coming to an initial conclusion of cautiously optimistic, and that brand new game mode is going to be called Conquest. Now, if you've been following the channel for a while, we already kind of knew this was coming a couple months ago. A data mine picked this up a long time ago in SWGOH events, and we saw the Conquest data mode, and we're getting confirmation of basically all the stuff we've seen in the past. And that's why I kind of like talking about data mines when they start coming up, because more or less they end up being true. And overall, if you want to know what the heck is this Conquest gonna be, well, let me bring you on over to the game. We are finally getting a home on the Galactic War table. No longer will this table be somewhere you just go to, you quickly sim, get your awards. If you're a new player, agonize on this board. We are going to be getting this new Conquest mode right here. And the only concern I have initially, based off my past experiences with Galactic Challenges, is the key card functionality, unlocking crates. Because as you know, Galactic Challenges has been turned into a pay-to-play type of mechanism now, where if you don't have a certain new character like Beskar Mando, you're not going to be able to get the maximum amount of key cards. And it also looks like SWGOH events found in their data mine, that's going to be a recurring thing going forward in the next couple Galactic Challenges. So that's why I'm excited for this new game mode. I've been wanting new content to play around to you guys, but I am not sure how I feel about the key card system. Why don't we go ahead, read this together, the road ahead for January 2021. And unfortunately, there is no confirmed date when this is going to happen, but usually road aheads outline what the theme is for the next 2 to 3 months. So no hard date, unfortunately, for Conquest right now. But here's what they have to say. Over the course of the last year, we've talked different points, a lot of different points about the mission we've been on, which is to deliver content more frequently and flexibly, starting with Galactic Challenges. Today, we're excited to announce the next step in this journey. And during the stream, I was really excited because the word Conquest, this sounds really awesome. It reminds me of Galactic Conquest inside of Battlefront 2. We have a Galactic Conquest series that we like to do during our live streams sometimes. But right now, it's so text-heavy. I wish they threw in a couple pictures to get me kind of excited, but they gave us little nuggets here and there to kind of at least keep you hungry for what's to come. Conquest is a new game mode coming to Galaxy of Heroes, where players will face a series of escalating battles on a sector map that allows them to choose which encounters and bonuses they will meet. Each map will provide a variety of matchups that will challenge players to pick the squad that is best suited to take on an enemy and use their whole roster in new ways. And it makes me kind of think of this with Galactic Challenges has been preparing us, where we get all these variety of modifiers, variety of bonuses, where sometimes a key faction is going to be a little bit better than another faction on the previous Galactic Challenge. So I feel like Galactic Challenge is kind of the first step to get us kind of ready for this. And that's why they've called a couple months ago that the next iteration of Galactic Challenge is supposed to be the building block on top of what we've been doing. So Conquest, as he said, will appear alongside Galactic War on a table that we are now calling the Galactic Battles table. Note, we're renaming Galactic War to simply War to remove the repetition of Galactic. Galactic Challenges may also move to this table at a future point. So first thing point is that they're going to be sharing a table. It's a table that's multiple game modes. They are not getting rid of Galactic War, or soon to be known just as War. It's still going to be on there, but there's going to be other things on there, such as Galactic Challenges and this Conquest mode that we have here. But here we go. The Conquest event will run roughly once per month, with the event lasting for several weeks. So a little bit that you grind out every single day. And when I read this, and when I was reading it during chat, there's one common theme over and over again that came up, and that was the Marvel Strike Force raids. I'll show you what that is in a moment. I feel like this is going to be a lot more in-depth and a lot more mechanics and a lot more stuff involved than that, but we'll show you what I mean in case you want a rough idea on what people are thinking about right now. During each event, campaigns are organized into a series of sectors, each of which features a map of branching paths with combat missions and special nodes. Players will face off against a variety of different PvE squads as they battle through a sector. The difficulty of the combat missions and their associated rewards will scale up as the player progresses through each sector, culminating in a boss battle at the end of each sector. And one of the things I said initially during the stream was like, I really hope this is a meaningful boss. Like, not just one character at the end of a third wave that just has kind of above average stats. That's going to be a little bit challenging to take down. I really want to be a memorable experience. Kind of like, for example, the Ewok mission that gets you to go up against the ATST. Is that right? Yeah, ATST. And then, like, that was a cool thematic experience. I'm hoping it's a thematic experience at the end of it. I'm not holding my breath for it, but that's something I really want to see is at the end of this, you're going up against the boss, and it's going to be something memorable. I guess we're going to have to wait and find out. As players complete combat missions, mission feats, sector level feats, or event level feats, they'll earn Conquest key cards, which will be used to unlock successively better crates of rewards, which, similar to Galactic Challenge, will be paid out at the end of the event, as well as intermediate rewards, which can be immediately claimed. And this is where I get worried, is this Conquest key cards right here. Anytime I hear key cards, I start to shake a little bit. I start to shiver because there's been a lot of controversy with Beskar Mando locking people from getting full key cards. And it seems like, again, as I mentioned, SWGH events data mine the next couple Galactic Challenges. And it looks like this type of gated feats for key cards is going to be a thing moving forward. And I really hope Capital Games, if you are going to do key cards, do it like how it was for Galactic Challenges before the Beskar Mando feat. We'll have to wait and see, but that's my biggest concern. That's why I say cautiously optimistic. We're introducing a new shipment as well that will contain certain consumable items. It's crazy that this data mine was on point. We knew about this a couple months ago. We're introducing a new shipment that will contain certain consumable items that are only useful within the context of a Conquest event, as well as others that can be used for the general collection. Conquest-specific items will only be available when an event is running and only apply to Conquest. These items will not affect Arena, Grand Arena, Raids, etc. And one of these rewards players will earn are Conquest Coins, which can be used to purchase items from this shipment. And then between combat missions, players will also encounter two different type of special nodes: data discs and merchants. Man, this data mine was on point, people. The data discs, let's talk about those first, are powerful items players can acquire that can be equipped to give different types of benefits. Data discs can be mixed and matched to give different strategic benefits. However, each data disc has an associated cost to equip, and a maximum value of data disc can be equipped per sector. Data disc will last for the duration of the Conquest event and can be swapped at any point for a small cost. So again, we got a lot that we don't know about this game mode right now, but from my interpretation, I look at this kind of like the bonus of the day for the Galactic Challenges. There's always a weird bonus, whether it be for Jedi, Scoundrels. I'm kind of assuming data discs are kind of like that, where you turn on this feature, or you implement this feature, or you turn on this data disc that gives you a variety of special bonuses that you think could be helpful to dominate a sector in the galaxy. It's my interpretation. That's kind of been the main theme of Galactic Challenges, where there's always kind of different mechanics that you want to get used to, and you want to interact with and embrace or not embrace, such as the damage over times that keep happening every single turn. That's my interpretation of it. Again, we'll have to wait and see what does it come. But the other thing is going to be the merchant nodes are the other type of special nodes, and will also appear at different points in each sector, offering a selection of different items for purchase, including consumable items, which are generally more powerful and valuable than what can be purchased from the shipment. If a player elects to visit a merchant, they may revisit the merchant at any point during the event. And then here's the other thing about this. Conquest is going to have its own type of energy, and this is what starts making people think, oh, this is the raids like Marvel Strike Force. I'll show you guys in a moment. Conquest is a new energy type that is spent to play combat missions. Energy is charged at the beginning of each combat mission and will regenerate over time. And there's also a new mechanic called stamina that, again, we knew a couple months ago. Unlike energy, stamina is only depleted when a character successfully completes a mission. As a character's stamina falls, their effectiveness in combat will also diminish. A character with zero stamina cannot be brought into battle. However, stamina can be restored either through passive regeneration over time or through the use of stamina consumables. So when I'm looking at this kind of makes sense. So right now, when you look at all the big stuff in Galaxy Heroes, Galactic Legends predominantly carry guilds, carry players to knock out whatever's in front of them. Well, here, yeah, you can use your Galactic Challenge, your Galactic Legends, but they're gonna not be useful. You can't just keep using them over and over again because their viability is gonna drastically reduce through the stamina mechanics. So I think it's an interesting way to kind of force people to use other characters in their roster. Now, this can be looked as a pro and a con. Again, we have to wait and see what this Conquest mode is actually gonna look like in terms of actual playability. But this is definitely gonna be more beneficial to people with bigger rosters, because as you deplete stamina on certain characters and factions, you have other characters and factions to dip into. Well, when you're a newer player, it seems like it's going to be a bit more difficult. I'm kind of seeing this right now almost like an individual territory battle. in some degree. That's kind of how I'm envisioning this right now, but the ability to keep reusing characters over and over, whereas of territory battles, once you use a character, you're done. So I think there's going to be some overlap here. Again, it is kind of interesting. Then lastly, we're still developing and tuning, and we'll have more to share with you in the coming weeks before the event, but early feedback has been promising and can't wait to introduce Conquest to the holotables. CG Eric, long time no chat. CG Eric, glad you're doing well and you're still over there at Capital Game. Again, cautiously optimistic. I'm excited for a new game mode, but I'm just worried about the whole key card functionality. That's my biggest takeaway. And when I was reading the chat, that seemed to be people's biggest concerns is this key card functionality, because Galactic Challenges, unfortunately, is putting a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths out there. Even I have Beskar Mando. And it's not a, doesn't give me any good feeling. It kind of makes me feel bad that there's all these people that aren't getting these feats, but it's a mobile game at the end of the day. Maybe I shouldn't be too surprised, like I said on stream. At the end of the day, there's got to be that gotcha. Like there's the hook somewhere. That might be the hook going forward into this, especially the Galactic Challenges are going to have more Beskar type of feats where it's going to be kind of gated. Well, let's hop over to the game real quick and just show you what I'm talking about. One of the more common questions or statements I saw is, oh, this looks like Marvel Strike Force raids. And there are some similarities. I'll show you guys real quick if you're not familiar with Marvel Strike Force. There's a raid functionality where there's energy associated with how many runs you do. And actually, let's hop over. There's two different raids. You have the guild raids, and then you have the individual raids, which they call Dark Dimension, where it's an individual raid. You do it by yourself, but the difference is at the end of it, which is a very gruesome and difficult task, at the end of it, you get absurd rewards. For example, exclusive characters like Ultron, or imagine when you complete this long-winded personal raid, you get like 3,000 plus Carbantes. I don't think it's going to be that extreme with the reward system, but with this, as you see, there's you have certain energy when you play around this. You only can use characters so many times, and just like I showed you a moment ago in the guild raids, there is an energy functionality as well, where once you exhaust your energy, you can't do any more battles. I don't think it's going to be that simplistic, because in Marvel Strike Force, this type of raid, it seems to be one of the more uninteresting parts of the game. So a lot of people are concerned, oh, is this going to be like this in Galaxy Heroes? I don't think so. I am going to give Capital Games some credit. I really do believe that this upcoming game mode of Conquest is going to be a lot more intricate. It's going to have a bit more mechanics going on here, and I'm hoping it's going to be engaging. And furthermore, man, oh man, oh man, I hope there's not going to be crazy gates when it comes to the key cards. That's all we have for the road ahead as we close up January here. More information to come in the near future, but overall, I've been just wanting new content inside of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and it looks like we're finally starting to get it. Hopefully it's going to be as exciting, as replayable, as enjoyable like I have for Grand Arena. Time will tell. Like if you enjoyed the video, comment down below on all your thoughts, and be sure to subscribe so you're not missing a thing. And one more thing I think I'm forgetting. Oh, that's right, Gary. Man, it's great to be in the Empire today. See you guys later.